Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Let's play another run. Because I've been enjoying Monster Train. Through the successes and the failures, wink wink. Expert challenges we'll do at some point. Let's do random. We could try like our own particular clan. Like I feel like I haven't played Little Fate in forever, but I'm just gonna go randoms. Because I want to play with everything anyways. We are oh my god. Hell-horned champion, exile, normal Umbra. So we have Shade Splitters and the Shard Tail Queen. One Inferno is very tempting. I like that card. Fortify and Damage Shield is actually pretty good for the Queen to keep her alive. In before Wildington. I love Wildington is actually like an overpowered boss. Champion. I love him. Rage stacks more or damage shield to the first friendly unit. I actually kind of like this with the imps, because if we play an imp in front of the Shardtail Queen, it'll tank 2 damage every turn. Maybe even with the Queen's implings. Rage is a good thing to have, but we have no rage, so I'm gonna take the damage shield. 68 says, am I right in thinking that the Shardtail Queen is pretty bad? I think the Shardtail Queen is pretty bad. Now I like Hell's Banners. We're gonna be able to get this trigger almost every turn, due to the fact that we're Umbra specifically. So rally or kill imps and deal damage per imp to all enemy units. I think, I mean, I guess you want rally. What is the Shardtail Queen's abilities? Rally plus 25 with 40 health. She's not very tanky. This queen is a little tanky, 50-80. Takes her a while to get there. We don't even have imp parade, so we're not gonna be able to get to armor imp. But we can't get quick. Dealing damage per imp to enemy units. It's good sweep. You know what I don't like about this? What I don't like about this is that there's a better ability that does this. There's a better ability that does 40 damage to enemy units. It's called Spikes. The Spike Champion does this without, it kills multi-strikers in 1 hit instead of 2 hits. It, the unit has more health. The deck has healing in it. It's way better. Action kill imps is kind of just trash. It's there to kill the endless imp every turn and then replay it. So I think we'll just go for rally maybe, and then we can tank up the queen early, let her take us through a couple of combats, and then maybe get an endless imp and then kill the imps later. So I think we'll go with the rally trigger for now, but I don't love it. Then again, I am thinking with the Imperialist here, dealing damage per imp to enemy units, we could, in theory, buff the attack of this queen with morsels and then put like lifesteal on it and keep them alive longer, but you know, rally, maybe we can make it work. Maybe we can't, but we'll just do it. By the way, rally triggers when I play a non-morsel unit. So every time I play an imp, rally triggers, which makes her stronger. Enemy units get +4 attack. Because of our damage shield trigger, I think we can do this. Because we're just gonna play damage shield minions in front basically every time. Well, we're gonna play you in front basically every time. What do we have in this deck? Inferno, Prismal Dust, Shade Splitters, Train Stewards, ugh. I mean, I guess you want the Train Steward to take a hit first. That's dumb, because we played it in literally the opposite order. Whatever, get 4 damage shield. Because now we didn't get the rally trigger out of it. Right. You know, fair enough. We do have great imp abilities though. Now we're getting the gold, which is nice. I guess, you know, We could keep the train steward alive, but I actually kind of want the train steward to die so that we can replay other units here. So maybe we're gonna try to kill the boss before. Oh no, we're just gonna play this here. Or we're gonna accept. No. We should play these guys here first. We can play a morsel, which will get eaten up here. Kill all of these units. A pyre takes no damage. Our imps die. Oh no! Now, you're dead! That's so good! I don't know how that's possible. Considering how poorly I feel like we did this, but I guess our champion with the 4 damage shield from earlier really helped out. Okay, so, I don't know. Summon, deal 15 damage to all enemy units. I like this. I also like Event. The Molting Imp dealing 5 damage I don't think is good enough, but you know, it's a unit we can play on the Shardtail Queen floor, and maybe we can actually make this, or build into imps. I think we should build into imps. So I'm gonna take it, especially early game, it'll be okay. Antumbra Assault to kill our own imps. Alpha Fiend, Morsel Master, Morsel Maker. I gotta be honest, I really like that Morsel Maker. Whenever I took this on the Animus, getting +6/+6 every turn is really good. Alpha Fiend is very good scaling. It's a big freaking unit though. What are we interested in? These help for gorging. Gorging is classically not that good for Umbra. Alpha Fiend is better damage, but we don't really have the capacity to play him on floors we need to play him. He's not really living for super long. So, I mean, this is a tricky one for sure. I guess I kind of like Morsel Master because we can buff big morsels by doubling them. I kind of like Morsel Maker so we can get resolve triggers for free. And I kind of like Alpha Fiend because it's just a big unit that hits hard and has health. So I'm trying to also think about other units that we're going to be taking. I think we go Alpha Fiend. Energy is not really a problem. We can play Alpha Fiend. But why would we have a strike trigger when we can have like resolve triggers happening? You know what I mean? It's a good unit though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We have 150 gold. I think we're definitely going to go for the Merchant of Steel. There is a Divine Temple, so we can unit meld. I'm kind of hoping, I guess, for the multi-strike Demon. I guess that would be okay to get here. We got another Alpha Fiend. I mean, Alpha Fiend and an Alpha Fiend is not that good, but a Demon Fiend is great for melding. And a Demon Fiend and an Alpha Fiend does make it a lot tankier and a lot more survivable. I guess early that could be a good unit. Is that good enough on its own? I mean, I guess if we give this thing I mean, we could make it a 50-90 unit and then maybe give it multi-strike later, but it's kind of trash, honestly. We definitely don't re-roll. Am I really gonna make a 5-pip Alpha Fiend, Demon Fiend combo? It'll get us through the early combats very well. Spell Chain Intrinsic. It's tempting. I think I'm gonna put the Demon Fiend and the Alpha Fiend. I think I'm gonna make a big unit early to take us through the early parts of the game. Embrace the large. I'm kind of embracing the large. We have a 5-pip Alpha Fiend plus Demon Fiend. 40 pack shards early is kind of a lot. But what I like about this is that no like individual unit will get through us. No individual boss is going to get through us. The apprentice dies in one hit anyways. So we're good there. And what I like about this is that if we get to a concealed caverns, we might be able to upgrade it to make it 1 pip, which would be amazing. And then we could fit them all behind the Shardtail Queen. Fantastic. This is such a weird floor, but it's weirdly good. Basically this. And we're gonna have an energy refund next turn too. Let's go. Then you need rally triggers, so we really do need the imps to be in front, but we don't want the imp to die on spikes. I don't know if we can engineer that. You know what, we can. Just put the train steward down, but no, we want the imps. So we're gonna play the imps like this. We get a ton of energy. There's literally no capacity, so I think I'm just gonna play the damage shield up there. All right. Antumbra Assault. So you're attacking, getting a kill, and then our imp is attacking into him to remove the damage shield. But I actually think what we want to do is kill our imp, play the molting imp. Now you're dead. Now we have a ton of energy. And then we're just gonna give ourselves even more damage shield. This is so weird. By the way, it's weird because it's working. You're taking 118 damage. It's because we can't kill this guy in the back, unfortunately. There's no room for the Shade Splitter, but you have 4 damage shield, you do 80 damage. Nah, you do 55 damage. And now I can kill you. So like, I desperately need capacity. Honestly, +5 isn't that much on the big boy, huh? Okay, armor is good. Summon 10 armor, summon apply 10 armor to friendly units, summon rage, vent. I think we need more targeted damage spells. I think a vent is actually good here. We have a couple of armor cards in the deck. Admittedly, the Welder Helper is nice, but you know, no, I'm actually leaning towards the vent, especially if we can upgrade it. Immortal Trade, Antumbra, or Making of a Morsel. I also kind of like Immortal Trade on our big boy, but I think I just want another Antumbra. The more imps we kill of our own, I feel like the better off we are. So here I think we are going to go for upgrading spells. Then again, Hellventing Duplication could be kind of funny with the Alpha Fiend. What about 2 floors of Alpha Fiends and 1 floor of Shardtail Queen and 2 imps? I don't know. It'll carry us for a while, but then again, I don't want to add the pack shards, I think, for now. So we're just going to go left. Permafrost. Permafrost Inferno. It's fine. Magic Power and Consume. Basically, this is what we want on Vent. Spell cost -1. Make that Inferno more playable. Then I think I'm just gonna reroll. Remove Consume. I don't want to make this X -1. We could remove Consume on the Vent so it's replayable. We won't be able to afford Magic Power or cost -1 though. So I think we actually go Magic Power cost -1 first. We don't really have an energy problem though, you know? -2, I mean, a free Inferno. It's not bad. +10 Magic Power and Piercing. Again, on a Vent, that could be pretty good, but if we can make the Inferno holdover, we can actually play it every turn. Infusion we don't want. Let's just take a look at the Umbra unit. Sap Seraph. It's gonna make the tanks... I don't even think we want tanks. Or rather, Shroud units. Umbra units. Umbra units suck. They require gorging, which is really hard to do in Covenant 25 Divinity. Top floor doesn't work, middle floor doesn't really work because it's low capacity. Bottom floor doesn't really work because you have to have a turn open and available in order to actually get the gorging happening. I mean, I think we need a unit. And another, like, a lifesteal unit, I guess, is fine. To buy us time, I suppose. The robot's pretty good, I'll admit. So we paid 10 pyre health for 15 pyre armor every combat. I guess that's worthwhile. Remove consume. No, I'd much rather go for some cheaper, better spells. I mean, Holdover Inferno would still be kind of funny. So let's go for the Ant-Umbra Assault better. And I guess we'll make it cheaper as well. I don't know if those are particularly good upgrades. So we're fighting Daedalus. The other reason why I went with the lifesteal is depending on the other units we get, maybe we can meld and put lifesteal in something. I don't know, it's a small thought. I really like Shardtail Queen here just because of the fact that the imp is gonna die immediately. Crucible Collector, honestly, could probably go on the top floor and then our Alpha Fiend will just slap all the units at the bottom. I suppose. Yeah. So I want you to have the damage shield. Then you come out. You're gonna immediately die. You get the Ember Drain, you eat the Ember Drain, and then we'll put armor on you to keep you alive. I guess we can armor up our big unit when he goes out there. And honestly, the vent here is really good. So we'll play you. Actually, I can't. I was thinking maybe I could Ant-Umbra the explosive, but if I play Ant-Umbra here to do that, I can vent it. You have the damage shield. You're still taking 10. If I Ant-Umbra you, you'll take none. I still need to do more damage here. We'll probably vent here just to slow these guys down, because you're dying in the first hit. So let's Ant-Umbra here. Now we're taking no damage. You don't need more damage necessarily, you just need more stats. You having more health is nice. I will admit that. You can just get the lifesteal. We'll vent here, slows these guys down, you'll die on the next floor. You're taking none. Beautiful. You're living. Imp needs to come out. We want the imp to die. It's gonna take a while for the imp to die, but we still want the imp out. And then we'll play you. That gives us 4 energy. I'm just gonna give you 4 damage shield, I guess. Good night, August Main. Thanks for being here. And have a good evening. This actually gets some kills. Keeps the rally and canting going. Honestly, a floor of imp damage shields and then the Shardtail Queen actually seems like it's getting the job done, doesn't it? Like every turn we get 3 hits that we can tank. If we could get an endless imp, if we could get something that would help on that floor, I would love it. I would love life. There's nothing that we can do, so I'm just going to give you 4 damage shield. I mean, our Our dude is gonna go head to toe with Daedalus here and survive. Now he's taking 88 damage, but he's still living. I don't know what we need. I think we need capacity, that way we can play morsels in front of this guy. Or behind him so he can gorge. Rage and armor, trample, or apply armor 25. Trample on the queen could be good if we give her severe rally. Armor is nice just to keep units alive, but I think trample, because it's an ability essentially, I like it. Horned warrior is kind of what we want. We were looking for this guy, honestly. And now, of course, I wish that I had saved the demon fiend melding, because this would only be 4 capacity instead of 5. But I think we need a multi-strike unit. This guy is really nice. He's good to upgrade. And I think we want capacity. If we're playing morsels, we need to be able to play them. Now we could go for a Hellhorned unit, and if we get another Demon Fiend, put him inside of this guy. To make a 45 times 245 unit, who could fit behind the Shardtail Queen even, or rather the Lifesteal minion, I suppose. Or we could just go for a Merchant of Steel. I think we go for the unit, because our Alpha Fiend's already upgraded, you know? Let's see what we get, and let's see if we have melding opportunities. We can always upgrade later. I mean, there's a concealed cavern here, and we're gonna go to it anyways, so. Days when they enter the room, the pyre room, or an imp every turn. I think we want imp every turn. It synergizes with Hell's Banners and the chain of gems. We're gonna remove Train Stewards because we literally do not have the capacity to play them at all. This is not what I wanted. Although I will say, an Alpha Fiend in a Horned Warrior buffs it every turn. So its multi-strike is more of an advantage. Do we care about having a unit that big? I don't know. Our floors are so goddamn big already. I don't know if we want this. I really don't. Like, it scales during a fight, sure. If we take it, I don't think we meld now. Railbeater has armor 30. Yeah, this doesn't scale though. You can make him fragile with multi-strike. I guess that's true. I could think about it from this direction, melding onto something else, but that's not what I'm looking for. Multi-strike works good on units that have good damage or can scale. This guy doesn't really have good damage. The melee weakness is nice, but he doesn't really scale either. We have to play spells on him to upgrade him, which he can't. We could put Fragile and multi-strike on the Alpha Fiend, but this guy is gonna be real freaking big. Where is he gonna fit and where is he gonna actually strike? Also, he has multi-strike already. Like, it's just more effective to go into the unit that already has multi-strike. So I think we go Alpha Fiend, and I think we meld this onto the other guy. Onto the Horned Warrior. So we have 2 units that scale as the fight goes on. And this guy's, he's not scaling much. We need to give him multi-strike, but. Right, and then where was the next temple? This is the last temple? Oh my lord. 3 early temples is not what you're looking for. Coins, relic, coins, relic. So we need to spend pack shards, unfortunately. I hate to do it. So give me the rally plus 15. Spell chain intrinsic, once again. Well, spell chain on the vent's kind of nice. You can play this on 2 floors. Or on 1 floor twice. And again, we need the pack shards. And then, like, I hate to do this. I honestly hate to do this. Because I think this is honestly the wrong idea. I think this is bad. 80 pack shards is way too much early. But I don't know what else to do. I honestly don't. I think we're getting screwed. Or maybe I'm screwing us. Always a possibility. Enemy units appear on each floor. These are the weakest units to appear on each floor, so we're gonna do it. There are 2 1s. And we have imps. And we get an imp every turn. We do get an imp every turn, which is something to remember. So the first unit we play gets damage shield. The Alpha Fiend having damage shield is fine, because we're just going to play the Molting Imp here to wipe the floor. Actually, we're probably going to play it up... No, yeah, we can play it up here to wipe the floor. But then we'll have Ember Drain next turn. I can let you kill my imp. Like, I can play this imp, Queen at the back. You'll attack into the first imp and kill it, and then we'll kill you. And then this imp goes here, and then you go there. We actually have enough energy for everything. So let's give you the damage shield. Unfortunately, you're living. I'm gonna play you to take up the Ember Drain, even though it does cost us a little bit of damage doing it like this. But at least we still get our imp killed, and then everything else is fine. So these Weight of Contritions are gonna suck. Do 13 damage. I'd like to kill you. This'll do it. Actually, this is a pretty okay turn, all things considered, now that I'm looking at it. You're gonna live to make it up to the next floor, but here's what I like. I like killing you. Strike Sap. You have damage shield still. The damage shield is so far in front of him, it's hard to see. I like... I don't want this imp to have damage shield, I'd rather it just die. If we want the imp to die, the Horned Warrior could go up here, but then we'll have Ember Drain. This is actually a bad place to put the Horned Warrior because it's going to... Where are we gonna put the lifesteal unit? We got no place for the lifesteal unit. What if we put the Horned Warrior here and put another imp out to tank a shot? We should be able to kill everything. So let's give you the damage shield. Get the gold. Give you lifesteal. I have an imp at the front. That's not what I want, but we can gain energy for the next turn, I guess. I need that imp up at the top to actually die, but it's not dying. So who the heck gets the trample? You're not even scaling at all. You're just there. Well, you're a damage shield. We take care of the healer. There's only really one place to put the Crucible Collector, even though they're not gorging, but we'll lose this imp next turn and then we can gorge, so... I guess you put the Crucible Collector up on the top floor? This is definitely not how I'd originally planned this. But I think we're just gonna accept that this combat is not gonna be perfect. I mean, we definitely just want to kill you. Because all the other floors are fine. So let's kill you. If I play... the morsel. Oh, there's no capacity for it. Okay, well, if we play the morsel here, it saves us a damage shield. But do I really care if you have lifesteal? No, you have 5 HP. We need more capacity. We need an insane amount of capacity. The first unit you play gets damage shield. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, just play a unit. Play a unit, dump this. We're at max capacity, end turn. We need to get imps on the top floor, but we had to wait for that imp to die first. So you're dying. Anything in front will mean that we get 2 kills. As long as actually you don't sap us. So I actually think this is what you want. You take the damage shield. We need more energy. You getting 1 lifesteal is really handy. Dump it. Now we got some shades. And I think you just want as much damage shield as possible. Now our queen isn't doing any, so I'm realizing now, again, we messed up. We want the Horned Warrior behind the Crucible Collector with enough space for gorging, because we want to have capacity for the Shard-Tailed Queen to get the imp out every turn. So really the Shard-Tailed Queen kind of needs to be at the bottom, even though they're not a very good tank. That being said, we're totally fine. And our big unit is, I mean, it's doing what I wanted, which is getting us through combat, especially early. We got a lot of cash. We're gonna try to get multi-strike and such. Move unit to the front and apply armor 10. With morsels giving us random lifesteal and such, I don't think we need this. Grovel, Feast, Void Binding. I actually think Feast could be good. So that we can open up capacity for other things on the floor. But Grovel is good for giving you the damage shield and allowing you to play more morsels. So I think I'm just gonna take the Grovel. And we do want, we need a Concealed Caverns to see what we get. We also want to see about upgrades. We also got to remove cards, so let's check it out. Multi-strike, I mean, how can you not just put it on the Alpha Fiend? Horned Warrior is also tempting. Remove up 2 cards. No, it's exactly the upgrade we wanted, so we're gonna give you multi-strike. I'm gonna just buff the collector slightly and see what we get. Endless. I mean, 1 endless imp, especially the molting imp, is not that bad. Plus 25 health. I do like it on the Horned Warrior because now they're scaling and they need it. Rage 7, I don't know what to put on that. Let's just go to the Concealed Caverns. Purge a card, gain a card. Not what we're looking for, but I'll do it. We don't need imps. We get an imp every turn. Random rare Hellhorned, random rare Umbra. Hellhorned is like armor, multi-strike tome. Umbra could be morsel generation and mitosising. Rare Hellhorned. Impalate would be nice for just a spell. Double rage doesn't matter, double armor doesn't matter, Spike of the Hellhorn doesn't matter. One Horn's Tome is a little expensive. Umbra, Blazing Bolts, Furnace Tap, Kindle, Shroud Spike, Wretch. Yeah, there's some, I think, better targets in Umbra. And we have a lot of energy, so I think this could be a good spell for us. We don't need pack shards. So we okay getting an endless imp every turn. We're not okay with it not being here every turn. It's not the ideal imp, but I mean, it is a damage shield and it's 5 damage every turn, so you know, could be worse. All right, 80 pack shards. Non-boss units get +6. Harvest tank, you're a 2/1, and you are a sweep lifesteal. Or hear me out, you need more pack shards. Hopefully not. I like this trial because we apply damage shield to block a lot of damage. It's gonna be a little tight, but we apply so much damage shield, I think we can tank a little bit of damage and just lifesteal ourselves back to survivability. Now, I also really love this turn because of the Inferno wiping the whole bottom floor. And then we actually get to keep units out with damage shield. Actually, no, we can kill them. And I think we actually do want to kill... Well, I was gonna say maybe we put the queen at the bottom. If the boss sweeps, it might be better to have just like an Alpha Fiend at the top, but the Alpha Fiend at the top's not gonna scale. The Alpha Fiend at the bottom would scale. He would scale. Armor 10 to units. That includes yourself. Alpha Fiend here I don't like because there's no capacity for a morsel, so I like the healer here and the Alpha Fiend here to wipe up. But the Alpha Fiend's not going to scale at all. But I love you down here just starting to scale immediately. I mean, you can do 100 damage to this guy. When he moves up, we'll just play Imps here. And then we can play Crucible Collector plus you. I mean, you can live on the top floor again. I think we put the queen at the bottom. We get an imp every turn. It's a damage shield every turn. Let's take advantage of it and start scaling you. We can give you armor and damage shield. So I think what we do is this. 3 energy refund. So we're gonna have 6 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Pyre Chomper, of course. So we're gonna start here. Friendly and enemy units. We're gonna play the queen, who has the damage shield now. Then imp dies, and you get a little bit of armor, but we got another imp. We're gonna play Alpha Fiend at the top so that it can get lifesteal, damage shield, whatever. We're gonna play you there. We're gonna have a little bit of energy problems next turn, but we get 3 energy by playing 2 cards. So we should be able to refund. We still need more capacity though, because where the hell is this guy gonna fit? My units are too big. I mean, that's obvious, but my units are too big. I can't put them anywhere. I don't care if you make it up. Well, I do care. I don't care as much. The first unit you play, by the way, is gonna have damage shield. I mean, I could just put you back here. You're a big unit. You're gonna hit hard. You're gonna scale. You can weaken enemies so that this guy can live forever. Or, hear me out. No, we want you to have the damage shield. Do I want you to tank for the queen, though? I'd rather the queen tank for you, honestly. So let's give you the damage shield. And then I'm going to kill the... I'm gonna kill you. It's actually like exactly what I wanted. Because you can go there, we get extra energy. Then, you get armor 10. So this is a net neutral. I actually think what we do is we play them in the back, weirdly enough. Actually, we can play 1 imp in the back and that does it. So we play you. Now we're killing the Collector. We have one imp in the back that we don't want, but we can deal with him later. And then, for Consume, Trample, I guess we'll give it to you because you're most likely to get a kill on anything that moves up. Now, the first unit you can play has Damage Shield, by the way. We also have a couple of Fortifies. You're dying! One imp in the front will keep you alive. So I think we do this. Well, we wanna see what the Shades is. +6. I mean, maybe you just buff it on you, so you live forever. You hit twice. So as long as I put down an imp in the front, the queen will live, but with 0 damage shield. That's fine. You have a lot of HP, though. You're a tanky boy. But you're gonna also take an extra 70 damage if I do this, so... Do we need energy? No, we need to do damage. So you can get out there. It's pretty good. 2 Fortifies on you actually does block an extra damage shield trigger on the queen, which is tempting. But I think we need this here, that way you're healing. We'll give you the other morsel. And then, now that I think about it, we want you to block a shot. And then we just want to put armor on probably you. Da-da-da-da. So, you're dying and we're gonna lose our lifesteal trigger. It sucks, but whatever. Vent. Oh, we hit spikes, which is why we lost damage shield for like no freaking reason. I gotta say, the imp is pretty good. But if we're gonna vent, I mean, we're gonna vent on both floors, which means it doesn't matter where we put the imp, which means we should put it here. Fair. Then we should shade split. Then we should vent. I have a reason for this. Then we can vent. You're living, which is interesting. But now we can play another morsel to gain energy. And then we can either play a spell, which doesn't seem important, or we can Prismal Dust something. Like you. Or you. For more damage shield. I think this is fine. And then bleh. Yeah, this is not going that badly at all. Like, it's all working exactly as intended. Now, I want you next turn because we have a sweeper coming up, although I imagine the sweeper is gonna have the buffer unit in the back, so playing you next turn could be a bad thing, but we can always just put something in front to tank hits or a morsel or whatever. Killing you is also nice so we can get more gorging on this floor, now that I think about it. But I think it's still better to do this. You getting a damage shield is very good. I could play a morsel up front for that. And then we can probably give you a damage shield. Should probably give you another damage shield. And then we get 3 energy, and then I can give you another 3 damage shield. You can take these. No units behind you. I mean, you're dead. You're dead. There's nothing to do. Buff everyone's rage. End turn. The champion's doing 106 damage every hit. That's not that bad. Okay. I mean, we're making it, surprisingly, but I don't think we still scale late game. Consume spell. Prismal Dust? That's not a bad consume spell to bring back. Vent is really nice to bring back as well. I think we could make an Impish Scholar work, but I think we need armor of some variety, and I kind of like the branding right for that. We have plenty of energy every turn. It's a decent holdover combination. Then again, we are kind of going for damage shield. Cannibalize. I do like the grovel. I think I like Grovel over Cannibalize, honestly. Because again, I want the imps to live and tank shots. This is such a weird build that we've got going on here. We need to go Concealed Caverns. I hate to say it, but we are kind of just fishing for particular upgrades from here. Yes, a merchant could be nice. We could get +2 capacity middle floor, but I think we just want to make our spells better. Our spells don't really need to be better, but we do want to go to the Concealed Caverns regardless. Trap Shoot, Steel Pulley Claw. It's not good. Trap Shoot does allow us to put a unit behind our other units. You know, we can descend a big unit down to the bottom, but then we'll run out of, there's not gonna be any room for morsels, which we kind of do need on every floor, unfortunately. Steel Pulley Claw just to yeet a unit is pretty good. I'm not loving this. I mean, Ant Umbra consuming after one go, I think is fine. Yeah, we could make the queen remove her own imps, I suppose. Let's go for a 1 energy Grovel. We could also get a 1 energy Forever Consume to make it more playable for 0. Because we have a bunch of X cost cards, but Grovel for 1. It's an energy refund. Let's make sure we can play it if we're Ember Drained. Permafrost. I mean, out of all of this, the Steel Pulley Claw makes the most sense because we can just save it for an annoying enemy. Create a spell to cost -1. Sure, upgrade the Grovel, I guess. We got a lot of cash. Gain an artifact. Look, I'm gonna do it because I need more artifacts. +1 draw each turn does help. Back any enemy unit when the unit is eaten. Friendly enemy units, or friendly units enter with armor 5. We don't need armor. Cheater's Hand helps us to keep damage shield on our draw pile for when we need it. Also, armor, not a problem. Are you okay? You hear that? So what do we want this turn? What do we want next turn? I honestly really like Horned Warrior Shardtail Queen on the bottom. It worked. In which case, we probably do not need an imp this turn. Let's dump the 10 damage imp because we're gonna play Fledgling Imp instead. So we're gonna play you. We're gonna play you. We're gonna play you. We're not quite killing the Guardian, but it'll die next turn. And if these guys make it up to hit the pyre for 6 damage total, who cares? Damage shield would have been nice down here. If we can play a morsel at the bottom and then keep it alive, that's pretty good, but that's hard to make happen. Transcend Imp, we're gonna save for later. That's a good imp. Now, you're gonna have 2 damage shield. You're also gonna live, which I think is totally fine. It buffs, yeah, we do it like this. Then, I really like this just to save energy for the next turn. You gain armor on an incant, but the Branding Right is really nice on our queen to keep her going. I also kind of like this just to kill the imps, but I think this is more important for now. And then I will just dump a imp out of my deck. Mama. So we might be able to kill all 3 of those top floor units right now. It's gonna be a little tight, but we might be able to make it happen. Keep the Transcend Imp rolling. That's a great imp. We just want it later, as late as possible. Welder Helper is a little awkward, but still playable. This is also our Endless Molting Imp. Because armor on you is actually kind of nice, but how are we going to kill the imp? That's a good question. Maybe we should not have made this other Antumbra consume, make it holdover instead. We still can make the other one holdover, that's why I have an upgrade slot on it. Okay, health morsel. We're gonna play Prismal Dust, and we're gonna probably play it on the Queen. You're gonna make it up and hit the pyre for 6. There's nothing I can do. So I think we morsel. Who gets the damage shield? I mean, honestly, you getting the damage shield is totally fine. Because then we can do this. This. And then with 4 extra energy, just dump it on you. Our pyre has armor! Now, you're making it, but I can still pulley claw you if I have to. I'd rather not take 9. Transcend Imp can still be saved for later. Inferno is also like unplayable, but I don't want the Imp right now. I want to save the Imp for like the last possible moment and pop it behind her. So we're definitely gonna play Imps. The Endless Imp probably does the best on this floor. No, that's actually wrong. Endless Imp does better down here. Because I want this Imp to die, and it dies on this floor. Then we can Steel Pulley Claw you. Now you're dying. Trample probably should go on one of you two. I mean, you're doing 100 damage and you're scaling. You're doing 70 damage and you're scaling, but nothing's gonna make it up that high at this point, so let's just play it on you. Okay, 1 unit made it up, who cares? Keep you for later. You're the final blow, Transcend Imp. We could bring back a consumed card. Dude, you have no lifesteal? I've not been focusing this Crucible Collector, have I? No good morsels yet. Honestly, I think we consume you. Because then we can play an Imp at the front, and it'll still die. But we get a buff, and then we get another trample. I mean, you know, it's not bad. We can trample the Queen. Vent, we might want to save because it's totally fine just waiting. You need more damage. You probably need both damage and health. Let's see what we get here. Just generic morsel? Okay. Well, let's give you damage and health. Let's give you health. You can take damage, and then you can take this. Sure. A unit making it up, I'm not that worried about. 40 armor is a little annoying, though. But if Forever Consumed here does a lot of work, it means that you can kill him on the next turn. Because you're going to get up to 96 damage. Yeah. I mean, actually, I don't even need to buff you. You're fine. So I want to kill my own Imp, so I can play another Imp on this floor. So we're not going to play Antumbra on you. We're going to play Grovel. We're going to just body block with, you know, this... Let's body block with, like, this morsel. Imp. Kill it. Imp. This is why I wanted to save 1 capacity on the top floor for a lifesteal. You can grab these 2 morsels. You're plus 18, that's pretty good. And then with 3 energy. Might as well stop these units from making it up. Now, do we want Transcend Imp yet? No! Next turn. Now we have no morsels in hand, which is kind of funny. Which means we can't necessarily play the Transcendent behind the Queen. We have played a lot of imps, and I would like to play the Transcendent next turn, so maybe we play nothing down here. Actually, no, we play an imp, we just make sure that the imp is the last thing that we play. Actually, we can kill our own imp with Branding Right. But then we can't draw. So I actually think we just do this. And then we play nothing? We accept that we're gonna have imps in our deck that don't matter at all. You're taking 1,085 damage. That's pretty good. Now I can't kill an imp. I could Welder Helper you, but I think a Transcend Imp in the front with 2 damage shield giving a bunch of rage to everyone is the best. So we're gonna play Transcend Imp. Pyre Chomper we probably don't need. So give yourself a damage shield. Doesn't change the numbers at all, but this will. And we can even give it armor if we play the Welder Helper first. So like Welder Helper here. Just makes it, you know, last one more turn. Then we can Transcend Imp. We can even play Transcend Imp in the back, but it's more important, I think, to get damage shields on the Transcend Imp. 1723 damage on the bottom floor. That's absurd to me. Now you're dead. That's absurd to me that we actually managed to make it work. I don't believe in this build at all. I have no faith. But damage shield imps in the front every turn are doing a great job. And I 100% believe entirely in capacity. That's too many morsels. Shroud Mitosis is totally fine. We want capacity. That's the only thing that matters right now. We have morsels and imps that we need to dump onto the field. So this is just a free buff for one combat. Damage shield 4 actually turns into damage shield 6, I think. Because we have the other chain of gems. Or we could do possibly 10 damage per unit when it enters the train. I think we go damage shield 4 for one battle. So it's damage shield 6 for one battle. So do we upgrade units? I've got units that need upgrading. Maybe we can even buff the imp to like tank more damage. Duplication, I don't see it, honestly. Card removal would be nice, but Concealed Caverns is where it's at. I need something. Quick. A quick Horned Warrior is honestly tempting, because if they get enough damage, they could one-shot an enemy before they can actually attack. But he's... Actually, he does have kind of a lot of health now. Awoken, Stygian, or Umbra consumable. So it's either gonna be... I think it's gonna be Umbra. Awoken... Spikes, Adaptive Mutation, Wildwood Tome. Quick would be nice. Regen 5 is really low. Stygian, nothing really matters that much. Although Silence could be kind of nice. It could be. And then Umbra, Double Energy, Shroud Spike, Prismal Dust, Space Prism, Packed Morsels, Ember Cache, Engine Upgrade, Furnace Tap. There's a lot of good stuff here. So I think you go Umbra. And honestly, we're playing damage shields every turn when we draw them, so I think that's fine. If we don't want to play it, we can just discard it. Kill all imp units, deal 20 damage per imp to enemy units. thing is I don't think our imps are gonna live that long. We're using them as damage shields. We want them in the front. We could play 2 imps in 1 turn, I guess, especially when we get the endless imp, and then we can maybe wipe a floor if she survives that long. Or rally 25 to do massive damage. We have damage, kind of. We need survivability. Killing backline units does help, so I think we will go Imperialist. I don't think it's particularly amazing, but I think it helps. And then quick. I think it's the best upgrade here. I think we'll reroll. We could make another imp endless, but this is not what we're looking for. We're not looking for another endless imp, because we already get 2 imps per turn that give us energy refunds per turn. I think we just want the Crucible collect. Well, the molting imp possibly living longer could be good. You know, if the imp, and there's a relic coming up next, if the imp can tank like another hit or 2, then we can play it. Or sorry, then it'll die, and then we can you know, get it yeeted and do 20 damage to all enemy units. Non-boss enemy units get +8. Harvest, Wiltwing, because of the damage shield and especially because of this, I think we totally do this. Every unit, or sorry, every turn we're gonna be dumping a big unit in front that has damage shield. Is it gonna suck? Yes. I actually don't think it's that bad. And this is a really good imp to get out immediately. So what are we not gonna play? We're not gonna play all the queen imps, so dump them. We don't even need this imp to have damage shield. You having 6 damage shield is perfectly fine. I think we absolutely play you first. Now you have 6 damage shield. I think we play an imp, and then another imp to get 3 kills. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 energy. Actually, what we should do is this. Well, what we should do is this. It doesn't matter. They're all gonna die. We could also put the Crucible Collector down here at some point and then play the imps to block shots and then tank and then play the Shard-Tailed Queen and then buff and then have a tank in front, which is probably for the best. Oh well. Anyways, you're still taking 85 damage, 55 damage rather. Armor Imp is really nice. We'll play it at the back. And actually now the Armor Imp has a purpose. It has a reason to exist. Vent is also really nice. It will save us more damage shield than it costs us, so I think we should play it. Or we could save it for next turn. Now we gotta kill these units. Although we will, we'll toss an imp at him. Okay, well in that case, well, we're gonna get an imp every turn to toss at him. So yeah, let's play this now. We'll play this later when it's more important. So damage shield. 6 damage shield, remember that. 6 damage shield for the first unit. So that's you. Then you can give us armor and an energy refund. You can tank a hit. Although you do get armor 15 when you kill us. It'll save a damage shield doing it like this though. I think that's worthwhile. Give you the armor, give you the grovel. You get the lifesteal. Believe it or not, you get the damage shield. And then maybe we just save this vent, because you're gonna die next floor. There's no reason to play it here, it only does 20 damage. Maybe it'll come back around. Taking 5 damage, that's not that bad, and we got another imp, that's fine. And we don't need 2 Prismal Dusts, so we'll dump 1. Now you're healing, thanks, you know, to the damage shield. You're doing fine, you have lifesteal. Imp, now everything on this floor is pretty much dying. We should have done this differently because of the fact that, yeah, now you have damage shield 6. We should have put you at the front, honestly. because he would have blocked all the shots. And then we would have kept 4 damage shield on our champion. So we did that a little bit improperly. A little improperly. I mean, we're gonna play it. I wanna see what morsels we have. You should have lifesteal. You should get these. You should get the armor. You should get 2 damage shield. So we ruined a little bit of damage shield on our unit, but that's fine. The morsels are totally fine. And we got the good molting imp, which is what we want. What are we not gonna play? Energy with the Prismal Dust is actually kind of nice. Let's dump this Queen's Imp. We're gonna give you 6 damage shield. You're good, you're good, you're killing him. And you're getting tossed, beautiful. If you're getting tossed, then what we're gonna do is make sure you get groveled, gain 4 energy, and then more energy on top of that. Give you a lifesteal, give you many lifesteal. I'm gonna play a morsel up here, and then we're gonna give our queen 6 more damage shield. Dude, double stack on the damage shield cards would actually be fantastic right now. Also, where's Trample? Pyre Chomper with Prismal Dust. It's a classic combination. So you get 6 damage shield. There's no other better target for 6 damage shield. There really isn't. I think we just want to wipe you. I don't care. We got some good morsels down here. I think we give you another damage shield. You having more stats is probably more important than the lifesteal unit having more stats, and then we'll give you another 6 damage shield. Okay, we got 14 damage shield on our queen. Dude, if only we had a Transcend Imp, or we had taken the early Armor Imp, because we could have put it inside of this Molting Imp, and we would have had a sweet Imp synergy. So what do we not need? Molting Imp is better for next turn, because the Molting Imp might wipe a floor. So we'll put that on top of the draw pile. You can take the trample. And then honestly, you play a morsel. You might as well put it here. I mean, you get the lifesteal out of it. Should put it in the front. Well, and it doesn't matter. And then, I don't think... No, yeah, because if we play an imp here, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just died anyways, so... I mean, we can play imps. The imp will be tossed, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Save this, save this. This is why I wanted a molting imp. This guy can sometimes have very heavy hitting backline units, but doesn't matter, we live, you die, end turn. So this is still surprisingly working. I don't know how we're gonna fight Divinity, I really don't. Sacrifice an imp. We want this to be holdover, and I think we are gonna go for spell upgrades. They're the only thing that really matter. Crucible extension, any capacity upgrade is fine. We have the energy to play it. Card draw would be nice, but we did desperately need capacity. And we're gonna go for Merchant of Magic. We're gonna try to hold over the sacrifice imp card so we can play this imp multiple times every turn. Even if it's, we don't want to play this imp and then sack it and then lose the damage shield. We want to play an imp to get damage shield and then play this after that or something. Friendly units get +5, enter with rage. Daze melee weakness on the first wave of battle. We have damage shield, this doesn't seem super important. Morsels enter with damage shield. We can actually play on the top floor with this. And spells getting an extra upgrade slot. If there's an important spell to upgrade, we'll take it. I think we are gonna go for an artifact just to see what we get for free. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Yeah, that's what we want. Because now our damage shield cards are going to have more damage shield on them. Which is kind of ridiculous. Holdover is exactly what we want. And I think we do want it with important work. We could hold over Inferno. But we want to play on the bottom, I think. We want to play our units on the bottom because we have no capacity on the other floors. So I think we want to hold over important work to get the imps cycling every turn over and over and over again. Holdover Grovel is also pretty good. But when we get our imps, this is insanely good. It's free energy and card draw, which are things that we want every turn. So I think this is also honestly a pretty good duplication target because it'll play. We can play the endless imp over and over and over and over and over again, which is kind of crazy. We don't really draw much out of it, but it is fun. Plus 10 magic power. Antumbra Assault doing 23 damage is actually pretty good. Make a spell cheaper. I mean, we got spells that we want to be cheap. Absolutely. I'm just thinking, because the Grovel is a good card to hold over. This is funny, but this isn't the build we're making. I think I want this to be holdover. 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 Let's make this cheaper branding right, because we know we're going to play it whenever it shows up. Plus 10 magic power. This can actually do damage for 0, which I kind of like. Permafrost is not that important. Plus 10 magic power, not that important. Minus, okay, so I don't think we need to make spells have another upgrade slot. That's what I'm going to say about that. I guess -1 is better than plus 10. Yeah. Making all of the good spells free is kind of nice, but just make like a, yeah, let's make them all of 1. I don't know. Plus 20 damage? I guess I'd rather have an Antumbra do 33 damage once and then yeet itself out of my deck. I think we're also gonna take morsel units enter with damage shield. 2 damage when an enemy unit moves between floors is also kind of tempting. But purging is also very tempting. Do we have things that need purging? Kind of, not really right now. Yeah, kind of, not really. I think we definitely just want that on ×2. This is nice for dealing with damage shield on certain enemy units that we're going to be dealing with in the future, but just purging like the Queen's Imps and the Shade Splitters I think is also good. So let's get rid of a Shade Splitter, and let's get rid, I mean, we haven't purged like anything out of the deck yet. We can always use Shade Splitters instead of Imps. So let's get rid of the Imps. We got too many Imps in this deck. Okay, so this is our run. A garbage run, but we're gonna try. Sap 3, let's do it. Sap, I really wish we could have kept the super chain of gems. So, as long as our units have enough damage to attack first, in particular this guy, Sap 3 is not enough to prevent him from attacking. He'll scale. You have 25 HP. That sucks, but we have damage shield and an Antumbra, which can't kill you. Okay, well, yeeting you up to the pyre is also a good idea. So what are we gonna play? Shardtail Queen needs, well, if we yeet an imp, we can kill you. But we don't have enough tanks in front to stop the damage. We have 6 energy in our deck that we can play. This is gonna be a little rough. What are we not gonna play? I mean, it's weird, I think we're gonna play everything, but Pyre Chomper also gives us extra energy. Deal 20 damage. So Molting Imp has 26 HP as well. So Molting Imp in the front, tank a hit, 15, die, you'll take 15, and then yeet the Pyre Chomper behind you, or in front. We don't need Antumbra Assault, because the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing Antumbra actually can't hit anything, because we need the one imp to be a damage shield, one imp to die and be yeeted in order to kill this guy, unless we Steel Pulley Claw him up to the Pyre, which would totally work. In which case we'll play this next turn, because the Pyre Chomper is just going to be played out in the front for a damage shield and it'll be sustained. Okay. Yeah, I've had to think about it for a minute, but I think I'm just gonna Steel Pulley Claw you up and just accept that the Steel Pulley Claw is here just to buy us a moment in time. So, you take damage shield. Yes. You can just come out and die, I don't care. You're gonna get yeeted. And actually, I'm just gonna kill you for morsels now that I think about it. A lifesteal morsel is fine. You have 1 damage shield, which means you might as well go in the front, except you give me lifesteal anyways. And now that I think about it, with lifesteal, let's save the damage shield. We'll play you at the back. You're still gonna gorge him. So we're gonna get our good imp, which will kill 2 enemy units. I don't think we need the Pyre Chomper this turn. I'd rather save this for when we have damage shield cards in hand. You need damage shield. The Molting Imp is still gonna die, but this is still how we want to play it. This actually lets it live for 1 more turn. Now it's getting yeeted. That's actually perfect. So we're gonna give you damage shield. Well, you need to go out. We have so much energy. If we have so much energy, do it like this. There you go. Give you damage shield. You need to scale way faster. I think, however, you getting more... We could have done this differently too, but we want you to have as much health as possible. You can have the damage. This is actually working. Who are you? You're garbage? Oh, fantastic. So, Pyre Chomper is still getting kicked to the curb, but that's totally fine. We're saving this for when we actually get a big payout out of our energy, because you know what? I forgot about Unbroken Horn. We should just play Pyre Chomper now that I think about it. So it is also tempting to play you here, but I think we're gonna stack so much damage shield that this Horned Warrior is gonna start balling out of control. So you need to have the damage shield, because you in the front is still gonna get yeeted. So we're gonna play you at the back, you in the front. You're getting yeeted, you're taking 110, that's beautiful. You're taking damage, so a Queen's Imp here is honestly kind of fine. You need the damage shield up. I don't believe it, but that is true. And then you play nothing. Don't ruin having 10 energy next turn by playing the Vent. You can play an Imp up here if you need it. You probably won't, but just in case. So we got 2 Pyre Chompers, which is great. We do not need 2 Prismal Dusts. Important work is honestly beautiful here. Yeah, this is really good. Pyre Chomper first for the damage shield. You're gonna tank the shots and get yeeted. Then you can play Molting Imp up here to kill the backline units. give us extra energy. A Pyre Chomper will take a hit. Then you can take a hit and kill this guy. What the hell is happening? Take a lifesteal trigger, and then, you know what, champion? Go ahead, take 16 damage shield. All right. I don't think I've ever run a damage shield run like this before. We have no morsels, so get rid of Shroud Mitosis. We're gonna get enough energy for this to be useful. So remember, we want to draw the Molting Imp that's endless repeatedly, I think, at least first. In fact, I think we just want to draw it just to buff the crap out of our queen. So you are gonna have the damage shield and tank. You are gonna come out and die. And come out and die. And come out and you're all getting yeeted. You can take even more armor. Although, you know what? Because you have 19 damage shield and we're gonna give you more, maybe we give the armor to someone else, like Alpha Fiend, although they're gonna survive off of lifesteal. So I actually do think you give you damage shield. We want you to live for as long as possible, and by damage shield I mean armor, of course. I want her to live as long as possible because the unit behind her is gonna be doing so much damage eventually. Okay, you're killing me. Not good. What do we not need? We can Shroud Mitosis, and a tank in the front will make sure that the Crucible Collector lives. Molting Imp in the back also does it, so we're gonna play those. We don't need a Pyre Chomper. You are gonna take the damage shield. Actually, this is fantastic, because now you live. And then we can kill the unit in the back. Sack it. You get armor. I don't care. Wipe you. I guess we're just gonna draw it again and play it again. Now, one of these guys is gonna make it to the Pyre. In fact, you already made it up to the Pyre. We have Pyre armor though. But you're gonna be making it. You're gonna be making it. I like the Molting Imp up at the front to tank a hit. You're taking 97. It's not nearly enough damage, but I have no other way of getting around that. Except for Forever Consumed if we draw it. Are we okay not killing the Molten Imp over and over again? We do get 2 card draw if we want. We could try to draw Forever Consumed and do, you know, 100 damage to you and then you'll take another 90. Saves our Pyre damage like 40. I think we can do it. I think with 23 damage shield and another Prismal Dust, we want to search. Next turn is the last wave though. So what are we dropping? Let's drop a, I mean, I can't just Antumbra assault you. You're gonna get armor, but it doesn't matter. I think you're gonna do like 30 or 40 damage. So I think you drop this Molting Imp. I don't think you need it. You could also drop this Endless Imp and then draw it next turn. No, if we play Important Work, we're gonna draw it immediately. So no matter what we put on top of our draw pile, even if it's not the Endless Imp, we're gonna draw it. Okay, so in that case, let's just put the Fire Chomper on the top. It doesn't matter. Okay, first unit is gonna get the damage shield. I kinda like you taking a few shots, although I would love to put a lifesteal morsel on the Alpha Fiend. It's not super necessary. I still kinda like this. You're not gonna die, Molting Imp, but you'll die next turn. No, you do it like this. And then Antumbra Assault will kill you. And we draw. This is gonna be the Pyre Imp. We play you here. Then we draw. Fortify. Not really what we were looking for. I mean, I tried. I tried. Now, 185 plus 85 minus 97. The minus 97 is what concerns me, because it means you're only taking 12 damage. So you're gonna have 173 HP. This stops you from hitting the pyre once. So I think we play it on you, and I just give you a damage shield. So the pyre's gonna get hit 4 times. We took 35 damage. It sucks, but it's not that bad. The boss is taking 2,895 damage, and we have a Transcend Imp in hand. What? Okay, well, we're gonna play it. What do we not want? Probably a Shade Splitter. No, probably this, even though it is 500 damage. Who needs a damage shield? You get the damage shield. No, we want you to get the armor gain. But this also keeps you alive with armor, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the order we do this in, I think. We're gonna Molting Imp. You're taking 4,075 damage. This should be enough. We have 33 energy. Okay, well, works. And then, just for the hell of it, take another imp, and then we draw. And then we draw, and then we get apply 34 damage shield. Okay. Did we imp toss there? I think we did. So, I mean, I'm surprised. Will this work? I don't know. We're gonna freaking try. It's kind of working. We can technically play everything exactly as we did before. Even the sweep on the top is not that bad as long as we get damage shield and lifesteal on occasion. Just taking a drink. Also, this is probably the perfect turn for the Inferno. Like, the actual perfect turn. So what are we not gonna play? We don't need an Antumber Assault. 1, 2, 3. We have enough energy to play everything? Okay, beautiful. We wipe the floor. Toss out some damage shield. Toss out a damage shield. You're gonna be taking 10 damage per turn, but like there's nowhere else for you to even fit. So I might as well put you out there just to do something. And then you might as well tank a hit next turn. Oh, trample. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. See, this is the problem with the Molting Imps by default. They don't really do that much damage. It's not enough to get kills. Vent will kill the floor though, and I think we need to do that. We need the stall. So what are we not gonna play? Everything here is fantastic. We technically don't need the Molting Imp on this turn, because we're gonna Queen's Imp. Well, I'm probably gonna give the Crucible Collector the damage shield, but if we play an Imp in the front, it will be yeeted. So maybe we do want the Molting Imp and we'll take the Grovel next turn so we can get morsels. In which case we'll probably take this next turn so we can kill our units, right? Although we're gonna draw it again with Important Work. I always forget about that. Okay. So I actually do think you play the Molting Imp first. Although you're gonna do another 16 damage next turn. How are we gonna keep this guy alive? Grovel, I guess. I need this Molting Imp to have a damage shield because when I kill the unit in the back, we're not gonna kill the unit in the back, it has Spell Shield. How weird is that? We can still kill it. You have the damage shield. You get yeeted. We get energy. I'm gonna bring you back Or rather, I'm gonna kill you to get Antumbra Assault. You know what? Antumbra Assault will kill you, okay. So, you get played. We grovel our champion. Even though it gives you armor, maybe we say, let's not give you any armor. If we can avoid it. I would love to give her stats, but Crucible Collector getting stats is also good, and the Alpha Fiend getting stats is good too, because we're gonna have to deal with these units on the top floor, I think. We have to play this for 0. We kind of screwed up a little bit. In fact, now that I think about it, we can't kill anything with Antumbra. Yeah. So we're gonna play Antumbra here, so that you die to 2 vents. In which case, you should probably take +6/+6. You should probably take some lifesteal. I guess I could have put that in the front and tanked both hits, but I'd rather have you have lifesteal. Okay, that helps significantly. The morsel is dying and we're taking a little hit. Because of the spikes, probably. Molting Imp, deal 5 damage. That is not nearly good enough. You're also dying. This is starting to get a little scary. It doesn't matter what we put on, because important work is going to give us a card back. And I actually think we don't care that Horned Warrior gets the damage shield. I think we need a damage shield, like, morsel in the front. Because we need to tank some hits in order to stay alive. It's not going to get eated at all, but I don't want to play the imp and then kill it, because it'll just waste the damage shield. I'd much rather, you know, just play the making of a morsel here. 2 damage shield ones? Okay, well, this is damage shield 3. You're living, which is beautiful. These guys are getting a lot of armor, and I'm starting to think that we're probably out of it. We're not gonna make this work. Then again, I could put the imp at the back to eat it instead of drawing, which will do a lot of damage and probably get another kill, but then everyone's gonna get a lot of armor out of this. I'm not a big fan of this. It's like, what would you rather do? Draw another card or do 20 damage to all enemy units, killing the backline unit that's enchanting the spikes? Probably kill the backline unit enchanting the spikes. So I guess you don't play important work. We have 2 of them in the deck. And our queen is very wounded, and the top floor is very lively. Our pyre is gonna die. I mean, I'm looking at it, and there's no way our pyre can survive this, unfortunately. We're not doing enough damage. We didn't get, and I didn't even notice that this guy was dying, by the way. We're just not getting the draw that we need. We're not getting the imps that we need, which is part of the problem, I think, with the Shardtail Queen, is it's really just hard to keep everyone alive and everyone living. I just don't know what to do about this. There's nothing really to do. If I put you in front, you're gonna die, but what else am I gonna do? I guess I could put a Shade Splitter in front. Like, if I put the Shade Splitter here, it'll get gorged and then we'll get lifesteal. Yeah, I need to put this on the pyre. Yeah, that's what I need. I can kill you. $90 plus 10. Like, every unit that dies is just giving them more armor as well. So I can give you armor. You're gonna have a bunch of damage shield and live. And get gorged. I think that's a spikes? Sweep, duh. You're gonna hit the pyre, but you only do 7. I'm gonna let you go. I suppose we're gonna play the Molting Imp. Oh, but I can't play Forever Consumed up here. Gosh darn it. But we really need the damage shield. I mean, so I played this in the wrong order. We should have played Imp, Forever Consumed, Morsel, Prismal Dust. Because, like, I can kill you You're gonna die next floor anyways. You're doing, you know, you're doing 14 damage to the pyre. You're living. We don't do enough damage to stay. Yeah, okay. I'm just like, I'm trying to imagine there's a way to achieve victory here, but I know, we all know there isn't. We all know we're toasted and roasted. Yeah, because, okay, now I got him. One unit's dying. I mean, you know, it's possible, but how the hell are we gonna deal with you? I could, you know, I could yeet someone into the pyre. I could yeet you into the pyre. The pyre would only take 12 times 6 damage, so I think we would live. What do we not want to play on this turn? Spoilers, we want to play freaking everything. Give me this next turn, honestly. And I hate this. The Shade Wings are just doing so much damage. I can't do enough damage with the Molting Imp. It's impossible. So we can play you. Everyone is still dying. I guess we can see what we get out of this Imp. Antumbra Assault. Okay, you know, you got me. I'm convinced. Maybe we can make something happen still. The imps aren't getting yeeted, which is a big problem, so we kind of need to play this here. Or maybe even just damage shield a molting imp to keep it alive. We have the energy. Yeah, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll take 12 and live and then get thrown. So I'm like, you're gonna hit the pyre for 16. It's tempting, honestly, just to daze one of these guys. Like, if I daze you, you're taking 200 damage and you're only gonna hit the pyre once, and you have daze 3. Yeah, I think we do this. Also, I'm realizing there's other options too. I think we gotta yeet this guy into the pyre. I still don't know what we're gonna do about you, but I'll worry about you next turn, I guess. We're taking 33 damage off of that. That's insane. That's how bad that is. That's not enough? Okay, now we're yeeting 2 imps. Damage shield 1. I guess I'd rather you eat. Yeah, you had 5 HP at the end of the multi-hit there. We have 12 HP on the pyre. I mean, we're gonna die to the 1 unit that's up there. We're only doing 233 damage. But let's see if we can actually sustain ourselves on the bottom floor and keep us going. Okay. I mean, we are. We're eating an imp and you're dying to spikes? What? Oh, there's a freaking pyre wing. I don't... Dude, they really need to make this guy, like, pop up a little bit more. It's hard to see him. We have no morsels. Umberstone is the best we can do. Just, like, put damage shield up there. It was a fun run. I think that this is one of my least favorite champions in the whole game, though. The Imp Queen is just trash. It's so relic dependent, and... I mean, if we had, like, a overpowered other combination, it would be great, but it's relic dependent because you need to have, like... Impsicle. You need to draw imps every turn to buffer. You can't play morsels to buffer. Maybe Hellhorned and then Melting Remnant so you can keep bringing back the imps over and over again, but we did not get nearly what we needed on this run. I'm surprised we even made it past Seraph, but that's only due to the fact that we had amazing relics. I mean, damage shield, extra energy per turn, saving the energy, Cheater's Hand, imps every turn, the ability to get 3 Prismal Dusts in the deck so we could just damage shield our champion is the only reason why we lived. Yeah, we're just not doing enough damage on this one. We didn't get what we wanted. We were hoping for some better luck from Concealed Caverns events, which were all trash. You know, there's probably a win in here somewhere. I hear that a lot of the best Monster Train players out there can win basically every run. I don't see where the win is on this one. It's probably in there somewhere, especially now that we've seen what certain choices are going to be. You know, maybe we can not take the Demon Fiend and make a big heavy unit that's impossible to play on other floors. But the Alpha Fiend dying, he never died. He never died on this run. He did what he needed to do. He scaled, he did damage. He wasn't able to kill units on his own, but our Queen didn't do it either. Anyways, that sucks, but I hate the Queen. TLDR.